the truth profoundly. These are Germans here. Follow me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das and Paul. They say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's bright. Gotta wake up, see the light.
So I was inside of a Burger King in the experience. I was just sitting at one of the tables. I guess I had already ordered something because one of the workers there called my order pretty quick into the experience. I walked up to the counter to get it, and I noticed that the real guy Germa was holding the door open for me again. I kind of looked at him, and I took my food back to the table and sat down. And let me tell you, that food looked pretty good. It was my usual 100 nuggets and large fries with a small Coke. But like, I remember what happened in the previous experience, just like this one. And I decided to get up and leave my food at the table. I walked up to the doors and to Germa. And I said, hey. And he said, hey, back. And then he made a weird mouth sound. Not really sure why, but whatever. He walked through the door. And I walked through the door behind him. And he closed it behind me. I was still kind of feeling hungry, though. But I figured I should like have something natural to eat, right? Because you always talk about that. So I ended up going to the patch of grass outside the Burger King and ripping some out and swallowing it. I didn't think it tasted very good, but it did fill me up pretty well. I got back up, and Germa said he did that all the time. I didn't really know what to respond with, though, so I kept walking. I wasn't really sure where to go. So I kind of thought about like going back home and playing some Fortnite, maybe inviting Germa to join me. But then I remembered the experience of Duane beating me up multiple times. And I decided that, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go back home. So I decided to keep walking and let my intuition guide me to a park.
Okay.
Yeah, and Germa was still following me. So when we got to the park, we sat down on this bench for a while and just kind of took in the sunlight. I tried not to stare at it. I looked at it every once in a while, but I didn't stare at it. It felt pretty good, though. Maybe I should do that more often, actually. Anyways, eventually this group kind of walks up to us, and I looked up, and I saw there was actually that Fubby guy, and Paul, and Gopal Das. This is all the homies. So I invited them over to hang out with us. And they said yes. So we were hanging around this bench for a little bit. I gave them some grass to eat, and they seemed to enjoy it. So I guess they're used to that or something. Anyway, that was pretty nice. I got up to sing the new You at one point. But then all of a sudden, you, Duane, walked up to us. I asked if you wanted to sing the new You with us. But before I could like even start singing, you uppercutted me square in the stomach. I fell down in pain and asked why you attacked me, but like as usual, you kicked my face while I was on the ground, and that hurt a lot too. Oh, there was like blood on the grass, and I was trying to get up. You kicked me back down again. At that point, like the real guys were terrified. They just started running away in like every direction at that point. And you just kept hitting me and kicking me until I legit couldn't get up anymore, and I couldn't even like ask why you beat me up. All the real guys were gone and they didn't help, so I was just kind of like laying there on the ground for a while. I tried shape-shifting into my reptilian body, but I just like didn't have the strength to do it. So instead I tried to just pull myself back to the bench and lay under it. I guess it's like protection or something. And thankfully you let me do that, but you did kind of glare at me the whole time I was getting under there. And that's like all I can remember of the experience.
Okay, wow. Well, what you did in the beginning there is that the personal self wanted the same old ideas. The food represents, what you ordered at Burger King was your old routine. Okay, but now you remembered, you consciously remembered there that Germa had opened the door for you before. And you decided, see, it was your decision to go out there and follow him, which you did. Okay, so you went out and the door closed in back of you. In other words, realistically, those routines inside Burger King represents it's junk food, it represents old routines. Okay, so the door closed, you were outside. And then came the grass experience. Okay, grass is something natural. Basically all animals, chickens, whatever, dogs, cats, whatever, horses, they all eat grass. It's just something natural, and it's got chlorophyll. It's got all the good stuff. Turns green from the sun, etc. Okay, so again, and then you went around a park bench and you saw the sunshine, which is really good. All right, shine like the sun. There you are. It's just a very casual meeting, and then the other boys came up, etc. You see, and then supposedly I came along again and did what I did, etc. All right, so there's something to that. So again, just go through it, okay? Just go through it. This is why I would like you to see the movie G.I. Jane, the one with Demi Moore, okay? You need to see that movie, not the cartoon, the one with Demi Moore, G.I. Jane. And you'll get a better idea of what's going on.
What if I don't want to? Because it sounds really dumb.
Well, that's your personal mind that thinks it knows something, and until
Okay,
you
cool.
have,
Let's move on.
you don't. You don't know. You haven't seen it. You don't know. You're making a judgment. That's your personal mind. Your personal mind doesn't know because it hasn't had the experience, but it thinks it knows. So it's just going to make a judgment. You see, just like voting for Trump or Kalama. You're thinking that, oh, Trump's a good guy. He says he's make America great again. But you don't really know, do you? No, not at all. But you think you know. Once you see the movie, like The Matrix, you will have
I
it.
wouldn't say I know.
Forget what you know or don't know. See the movie or don't. Because if you don't see it, then you won't know. That's for sure.
Well, I thought you said earlier that like the Matrix didn't matter, so I assume the G.I. Jane also doesn't matter.
All right, let's go with that. None of it matters, so you don't have to do any of it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there you are. So you'll never know.
I could look up like a plot summary later.
You can do whatever you want.
Well, so I'm thinking I should head out to the park more and just take in the sun.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling like maybe that's something I should do.
I would suggest going to the beach too and walking on the beach barefooted.
But what if there's like a thumbtack there?
See, again, your personal mind. You don't know until you get there. So that's all in your mind. You're making that up.
What if something like chops off my foot?
Again, you're making it up because you haven't been there. You don't have the experience. You don't really know. So you're making things up.
Well, I don't want to go there and find out, right? And then lose my foot. And then I can't get it back. You know what I mean?
Again, you're making things up. You don't know.
Should I just like preemptively get my foot cut off? Because that doesn't sound like a very good plan.
Now, do you see the story that you've just created with your mind?
No.
You've created all that with your mind, and with no experience at all, you've just created all that stuff.
Oh, speaking of stories, there was something I forgot to mention to you. This crazy thing happened this week. I can't believe I forgot to mention it. So, like, after the experience I had some weeks back, I decided that, maybe I could, like, try out a book club, I guess. I'm not, like, a reading person, but I figured maybe I should, like, give a book club a go. So I looked up, like, the nearest library that has a book club, and I went to it, and you are not going to believe this. It's the same library from my experience. No joke, it looks exactly the same.
Okay.
It's crazy. So
Why is it? Why is it crazy, Eric?
Well, I saw it in my experience first, and then
Well-
there it was like in real life.
Well, you already saw it. And again, see, look at the reference. You're thinking that this is real life. It's not real life. I told you it's a simulator. Are you listening?
Oh, the Matrix said that too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you saw it in the movies. See, when you see the movies, and then when I use it as a reference, then you're going to be more acceptable to it. You see, that's why I try to get you to see the movies, because otherwise you're just in your own mind making up funny stories that go nowhere. Yeah, ask the Google God. Yeah, Google is God.
Oh yeah, there we go. I read it. I've
What?
basically seen the movie now.
It's not. It's just like an internet browser.
Yeah, there you go. Ask the Google God.
It's not a god. It's just a browser.
It is a God because people look to it for their answers. It is God.
Well, people look to you for answers. Does that make you a god?
They don't look for me. They don't look to me for answers. They want answers.
Bro, you have a daily Skype call. I'm pretty sure people look to you for answers.
They do, but that's kind of like a metaphor too. Okay.
No. You can't just say
Dude,
that's a metaphor.
It's like the brown pill. Do you brown pill your Skype callers?
We all do this. We take something and then we start adding a lot of ideas to it, and then it becomes something else.
Like a brown pill.
Yeah. See, again, you can take that idea and make it into whatever you want. You can think whatever you want about it. But of course, in the experience, it wasn't told or shown to you that that's what it is, but you can make whatever you want out of it, can't you?
Sounds like you're thinking pretty literal about it, though. I'm talking about the metaphor, though.
Again, it's your experience. That's real. All I'm doing is giving you a view, and there's many views on it.
Because you beat me up in my experience, and I really wanted to ask why that was. Because it didn't make much sense. I was, I felt like I was pretty aware at the time.
Well, that's fine. But that's the real side of me doing that. That's not the personal side.
So you wouldn't beat me up?
No.
Okay.
So there's something else going on. So what is it?
Maybe your real side self is just like an asshole.
Well, that could be so.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I usually see you beating me up, but usually you have like a reason for it, right? And this time you don't.
Well, personally, I don't have any intention for any of that.
He said he was hated, so like maybe he's hated on the real side too. Maybe that's like his character arc.
So you guys got your stories going, and so again, you decide. You see? So again,
I mean, I'm just reading my experience.
I know, and it would be nice if we got just the right answers every time, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I would like that too. But you know what? It's not like that. It's like saying that every day should be sunny, but it's not, is it? It's different. Every day is different.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. So I don't know all the things that, the real part of me does all the time. That's something, eventually it will show up. Eventually it will show up. It's just like the elections. If you paid attention at all to the last time that Trump was president, I'll just use that as an example. Okay, I can use anybody: Obama, Trump, Bush, Clinton. I can go back to Eisenhower, whatever. I can use them all, but I'll just use Trump. Okay. Now, Trump's idea with his little red caps was make America great again. Well, in his 4 years in office, what the hell did he do? It got worse. Is that going to make America great again? So yeah, wouldn't it be nice if we got the real answers to everything all the time? But we don't, do we? Now you've got the new elections coming along, and it's supposed to be all brand new. And Trump's already been convicted of
Bro, you don't even live in the US. Why do you even care?
so much fraud and felony. But yet at the same time, he's there running for president. Does this make sense? Wouldn't it be nice to have the real answers? Really, what's going on? Well,
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't run again.
it's not about that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all politics is baloney. It's all made up. It's all about control. That's all it's about. But so again, okay, that's a lot for tonight, kids. That's enough.
All right,
So,
let's sing the new you.
do you
You crew, we gather round real guys, bring the truth profound. These are Germans here, for me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das and Paul, they say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight. Gotta wake up, see the light. Don't think, just feel the vibe. The sun's are gotta cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. Truth unfold, the storms are guide. A cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. The truth unfold, the story told. We strong, now unite front. Against the darkness, we will hunt. Time to break the simulation spell with new you power. We are skibbity new you, breaking free from the matrix. Dark forces lurking, reptilian scheme. That lies that control a twisted dream. You together, we rise above, shattering the lies, spreading risky. I knew you staring at the thing to be done.